Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna talk to you today about the Battle of Britain. Okay, the Battle of Britain was a decisive battle in World War II, and this was around that time. The UK was the only country that was fighting against Nazi Germany. France had been defeated and occupied, Belgium had been defeated and occupied, the Netherlands, Norway, and the UK was standing alone against Nazi Germany. Now, there were volunteers from the Polish Air Force that managed to escape to Britain, and 141 Polish pilots flew in the Battle of Britain, decisive, and they helped play a decisive role. They were very good, excellent flyers. 7 Americans from the Eagle Squadron snuck over to the UK to fight in the Battle of Britain. One of them was killed in action. There were 13 pilots from the Free French Resistance that managed to escape. But as far as not being occupied by the UK and the organized military that it had, the UK was the lone country that was fighting against Nazi Germany. And Nazi Germany was bombing a lot of English trade and English shipping in the English Channel, but Chief Air Marshal Hugh Dowding refused to take the bait. He knew the main battle was about to come because recently the UK told Germany, we're still going to fight you on the beaches, we're going to fight you in the streets, we're not going to let you keep trying to conquer the world, even if we're the only country to put up resistance. And Winston Churchill and the UK government and the UK military stayed true to their word. But so what Dowding did was he used his fighters sparingly. And then the British had developed a radar system and used the radar system very effectively, that they were able to detect German bombers and German planes. And the predominant German bombers were the HE-111 Heinkel, but also the Ju-87 Stuka. And the Stukas bombed a lot of key British radars, but some British radars survived, and the ones that survived managed to still play a decisive role. But then when a lot of the radars got bombed, the lookouts played a decisive role in spotting German planes. And the first targets they bombed were British airfields and British airfields and also British aircraft factories. But the British shot down a lot of key German planes. And, one particular engagement, the British only lost 13 aircraft and the Germans had lost 47 aircraft. So the British were winning air battle after air battle after air battle, and the Germans were sustaining heavy losses. So the commander of the German Air Forces, Reich Marshal Hermann Goering, what Goering did was he started bombing targets at nighttime. But one time during bad weather, German bombers strayed off course and bombed London. Well, the next night, 81 British bombers targeted Berlin, and this infuriated Hitler. But what happened was Hitler had left the German airfield. Hitler had left the British airfields alone. So the British were able to keep a lot of their planes, a lot of their airfields were not having to be repaved and repaired because they were being left alone. So the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, they concentrated on London by day, and it was 100 bombers and 400 fighters, but that attack got repelled. By the 100 bombers and the 400 German fighters, the British repelled that attack. So shortly after that, the Nazis stopped concentrating solely on Britain and stopped bombing them as heavily. The Battle of Britain was the first major Allied victory in World War II, and this showed the world that Nazi Germany could be defeated, that Nazi Germany was not indestructible, that they weren't invincible. And the 81 British bombers that bombed London, that showed that Germany could be attacked. That delivered severe psychological damage on Nazi Germany. So God bless the Royal Air Force, God bless the RAF, and God bless all the civilians that were selfless, that volunteered as lookouts, or the lookouts that worked with and for the RAF, and also the civilians that helped clean up London when it was being bombed, that helped devote a lot of their time to keeping the UK free. So God bless the British people. You guys definitely serve an example of freedom and democracy. So anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.